Some parents are gonna watch that.
They'll probably download it.
All right, Coach, opening statement.
An incredible college basketball game. I told these guys in the locker room, I've been coaching for 17, 18 years, and that was probably the wildest one I've been involved with. Certainly for us, it ended up being the most fun. But huge credit to these guys who were with me on just continuing to battle and battle in the second half and in overtime. We kind of stopped subbing towards the end. I think everybody was on fumes, and it was it's one that we'll remember for a long time.
Coach, let's start with the guy next to you, CJ. 36 points, 17 higher than your career high, the second most ever in a Catholic NCAA tournament game. We'll start with you, Coach, as to what got into Mr. Ruoff here this afternoon and what he was able to accomplish.
I don't know. Whatever got into him, we need to put it back into him tomorrow. I can tell you that much. He was just getting downhill. The stat, he had 36, obviously, but what we're just talking about is he was fouled 8 times. And he was 10 for 13 from the free throw line. So in the second half, we spaced him out a little bit more. In the first half, we were playing 2 bigs to match their physicality. And then once we went down, we knew we had to score to get back into it. So we just said, well, let's put our best scorers on the floor. I think the spacing was a little bit better for these 2 in the second half. They could really get downhill and get into the paint. And when he gets in there, he's a big guy. So it's hard not to foul him once he's in there.
And CJ, for you, 36 points, you knock down 6 threes, you get fouled 8 times, you play almost 38 minutes. Like Coach said, stopping the sub kind of late in that game. How are you able to kind of draw from within and continue to get into the paint, either get fouled or get those shots up and then knock down a couple of threes that's just going as well?
Yeah, I think our team does a very good job of acknowledging, who's on that day. Like sometimes it's Sean, sometimes it's Dan. And I think our guys do a really good job. Like, CJ, what do you want? Like, do you want to twist ball screens? Do you want to stick them? So I think our guys just trusting me to make the right play. And then, sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. Like today, I don't know, I guess
They all went.
Dan, for you, an unbelievable second half and overtime period. What was the mindset coming out of halftime that kind of triggered the flip from a couple struggles in the first half to a really, really impressive final 25 minutes?
Coach gave me a very encouraging talk at halftime.
Any words you would like to repeat?
Nope.
Nope. Played better.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I definitely needed that. I kind of realized I'm a senior. I'm not going down with 0 points. At this point, honestly, I don't really care that much. I'm just going to shoot it, let it fly.
Mm-hmm.
And when you play with that mindset, I think guys get a little dangerous for anyone. So I kind of flipped that switch a little bit and then was able to make some plays in the second half.
Coach, let's just go kind of bigger picture here for a second. I think people who don't follow the sport super closely don't realize how high level the basketball is at this level. You started to talk about a little bit in your opening statement. Can you just give some words on just how impressive and how good of a basketball game that just was?
Yeah, I mean, just all you have to do is look at the size and the shape of these guys, how much they weigh, how tall they are, and then look at the plays that they're making. I mean, I know how good our guys are, but you look at their guys. Number 4, McClary, is a 6'2", 195-pound point guard who makes threes and passes it and posts it and drives it. That's what Division I players look like. I've been at that level. He's better than some of the ones that I coached against at that level. And you go right down the line. And we're at a level where he's been with us for 4 years. He's been with us for 3 years. So you just see that consistency and that progress. And if you look at Roanoke's team, heavy juniors and seniors as well. And then you get that brand of basketball in the second half. That to me this was pretty high level.
All right. And just it's hard to kind of capture, obviously, in the moment. But when you think about sitting up there knowing that you're going back to the Elite Eight for the first time in 24 years at Catholic, what does that mean to you as an alum? What does that mean to you as a coach whose goal was to get back to this level?
Yeah, a lot. I mean, I think that the most enjoyable part about being in the tournament so far has been, one, just like seeing these guys enjoy it. especially coming off not winning the landmark. And I think for them, their focus was always the landmark. And I said, what if we went to the Sweet 16? Would that be fun? And I don't think that they had really thought about that. And now here we are in the Elite Eight. And we have gotten so many phone calls and messages and emails, advice from some alums on what to do next, which I welcome all of it. It's different generations of people all kind of coming back together and rallying around this group. And the message I get the most from people is, man, I love the way that you guys play. You know, it's nothing in particular, it's just the way that they carry themselves, how hard they play, how well they play defensively. So for me, that's been definitely the most enjoyable aspect of this.
And for you guys as players, you win the landmark last year, you get knocked out in a really exciting game at home in the second round a year ago. This year, you don't win the landmark, but here we are going to the Elite Eight. You know, how do you kind of to juggle that and be like, okay, our expectation was to win the landmark, but hey, now we're going to the Elite Eight. Maybe it is something bigger.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take that. It definitely was difficult. I think when you have good programs, the first step is you want to win your conference championship. That's like the first check off the list. But then as you get better and better, I think you want to perform on a national stage. And I think that our program, and credit to Coach Kelly, is we're getting to that point. And obviously we're in the Elite Eight now. So a year ago, we won the conference. It was the greatest thing ever. Now, screw it. We might go to the Final Four. Like,
This is more fun.
yeah, this is awesome. This is so much fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, it definitely is different, but it means so much to us, and it's so much fun. So got to keep this thing going.
Another thing I would say is we have been playing since August. We went to Canada in August. So like we have been playing for so long that I feel like now we're really like trusting each other. I feel like now we're just like, we're at our peak, and I feel like screw the landmark championship. That was one game. Now we get to show the whole country like what we can do. We have a good squad.
Awesome, guys.
All
Thank
right.
you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
it. Thanks a lot. All right. I got the passion.
You do have to
Yeah.
hang out and zoom out.
Thank you.
So you guys should shoot it.
Ah, really?
Yeah.
No, I know. I'll figure it out. You're great.
Thanks for making the trip.
Thank you, guys.
Appreciate it. Hey, look at this.
So, yes, you guys take a seat. All right, so Joshua Morris and,
Marcus Morgan.
all right. All right, Coach, opening statement.
Well, just give Catholic a lot of credit. Obviously it hurts. We've been on the other end of this. We've been in a couple games where we were down big, and so we know the importance of continuing to compete and play. And they did that, and we knew they would do that. And we really emphasized about staying urgent and physical in the second half. I thought they really came at us and continue to come at us, and I wish I could have better answers right now, other than, I just think we weren't quite able to sustain our defense the way we needed to, clearly. I mean, they had 55 points in the second half. It just felt like we weren't able to get the stops we've been getting. And, I thought we had some chances where they were basically, the game was there to put away, even when it was a 9, 10, 11 point lead. And we couldn't get the stops. I mean, that's just the bottom line. We couldn't get the stops. So credit to Catholic for that. And I hurt for our guys. I love our guys. They had a great season. We just obviously wish we were still playing.
Yeah, owned a 13 lead heading into the half. What was the halftime conversation like, just heading in?
Just what I said earlier. I mean, we really emphasized what we thought was working well for us, that we had to continue to do that, to sustain that we knew they were going to come out punching in the second half. They did that. And, we got off to a great start. I mean, we had a 3-point play, then a 3-point basket, went up 19, had a lot of momentum. And that's where you have to really try to make sure you put teams away. And really good teams are hard to put away, but you have to do that. And we just, unfortunately, it went from 19 right back down to 13 pretty quick. And we could never quite put them in a position where maybe they had a loss of belief that they could win the game. So, as I said, credit to them.
Yeah. Foul trouble early in the second for both teams, honestly, from the players' perspective. Like, what were the huddles like? What was the constant communication like on the court?
I mean, we knew it was going to be a physical game, and like Coach said in the second half, they attacked us, and we were trying to attack them, so it just led to a lot of fouls, and we were trying to play hands-free, but sometimes we just got tangled up and they drew some fouls on us.
Yeah.
Yeah, like Jimo said, that was our game plan. Just keep staying physical and aggressive. I think sometimes we did get a little handsy and reached in, a couple calls that didn't go our way, but, it's life. It's the game of basketball, so this is going to happen.
Yeah. Number 4, Joshua McClary, he seems to be able to do it all on the court, and it seemed that the way the offensive motion of your team was kind of clear out the paint when somebody was going in. It seemed like it was a whole team effort on that. What's it called? Were you looking to consistently get one of your teammates in the paint more often than not? Like, were you looking to get Gavin in there or Joshua at any point?
Yeah, that was our game plan leading into this game. We knew that they're a team that doesn't really help off of our guys. We have a lot of guys who can shoot threes, so I mean it's tough on them. So that was our game plan, and that was just what we tried to attack the most.
Yeah, absolutely. They have big, strong guys, so a lot of times they don't help off the perimeter guys. So we knew when you got it inside, it'd probably be one-on-one. And credit to Gavin and McClary and Marcus, they finished well inside and took advantage of some of those one-on-one opportunities.
Yeah, 8 rebounds out of you, 1 free throw, 3 points, 3 assists. Seems like you had a hand in everything. And then Marcus with you, what was it? 4 rebounds, 4 assists. You were just constantly trying to find somebody to hit that basket. Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, credit to our guys too. We have a lot of guys, like I said, who can shoot, and so it just opens up everything for us, and that makes the game a lot easier. Like Josh McClary, he can shoot. Pat, everybody in the starting lineup and on the bench. So we just rely on that. That's been our offense most of the year. So we just wanted to stay consistent and keep going with that.
Yeah, and Joshua, you had 5 fouls. 5th foul came late in the game. What was kind of like that last huddle with the team before sending them back out there? What were your last thoughts to the players and stuff?
Right. Well, when I had my 4th foul, we were at a point where we had to intentionally foul. So the guy was open, so I kind of just had to go and foul. But I mean, I trust the guys. So with me out, I knew people were still going to step up and they were going to do a fine job.
Yeah. This is for everybody. What are your thoughts on how far the program went this year and just overall feelings towards it?
Go ahead, guys.
First of all work was God. We don't make it this far. We don't get as many opportunities and win the games that we get in the dogfights in without them. And credit to our team. We had a really good team this year. We didn't know what to expect. We had a lot of guys coming in, a few good seniors going out, and so we just found a way. We fought all season, and so it's been about 5 months. And good teams go 5 months. So I'm proud of our team. I'm proud of our success.
Absolutely. I'm so proud of the team. We put a bunch of work in. We lost our leading scorer last year, and so that always is going to leave some question marks. And I think people stepped up so well. Like when you look at Jackson Bell, he's a sophomore, only played 15, 20 minutes all year last year. Today alone, he played 30 minutes, had 10 points. He averaged double digits. Gavin O'Malley stepped up so much this year, another sophomore. So having 2 sophomores in the starting lineup, 2 juniors, I mean, we had a great year, and I think the program's in great hands, and I wouldn't be surprised to see this type of run again next year.
I'm proud of our guys. As I told them in the locker room, just thank you for who you are. Thank you for how you competed, how you played, how you cared about each other. Really proud of what they represent. They represent all that is right about college athletics and being on a team. They're selfless. They care about each other. They're connected. They do the right stuff off the court. I mean, our team GPA has been over a 3.0 for I think 9 straight semesters. I mean, these guys they embody what is right. And at the beginning of the year, we talked about the thing we said was we've had some really good teams here the last 8 years since I've been here. Do you guys want to be different? And if you want to be different, this is what it looks like, and this is what the kind of work is going to take to do that. And these guys were emphatic about that. Like they wanted to be different, and they wanted to accomplish some noteworthy stuff. And so they did that. I hate it for them that they don't have one more game to play at least, but they did that, and they will remember that in time and be very proud of that.
That's all I have.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, of course.